It's the beginning of the end of a story spun by 10, an acknowledgement of victory, of a fight to be free. Half truths we told, half lies we sowed, an acknowledgement of loss in the calm after the storm. It's the end of a beginning of fiction and reality. You chose your truth based on the clues. What is real? What is fake? This is our truth as we told it. ARTDIS Singapore presents Welcome to My World, Face Together. Day 70. Flashes of actors in their natural environments, reflecting, rejoicing, reviewing their performance through multiple desktop screens.
Hearts are resting. There's no one to blame. Twisted tales, cold human lives, holds the simple truth we find no black or white. Hearts have been stained, a shell of fading pain. Broken souls will grasp for light.
Hearts have been scarred, a shell of flickering hope. Weaves apart out of the night.
Day 1.
Hello everyone, I am Don John Leong. I am your main news anchor. I have orange hair, I wear black spectacles, and I am in black. And pink Hello Kitty slipper with colorful flowers. We have received reports of an unknown virus that's spreading in the neighborhood towns. People are collapsing on the streets, many of whom are fighting for their lives as we speak. At present, we are uncertain of its origins and aftermath, but it is said to be easily transmitted and volatile in nature. Hospitals are at maximum capacity and are facing a shortage of equipment and manpower resources. There is uncertainty around the length and severity of the recommended self-isolation period, a precautionary measure to the uncontained virus outbreak. People have been panic buying items like toilet paper, cleaning supplies, and dried goods. However, our mayor assures he will have everything under control for our town. He is earnestly seeking the advice of foreign experts for the best way forward. With Mayor Evening, our town will surely continue to prosper through this worldwide pandemic. We know who to vote for in the coming election, don't we?
Day 12. Broadcasting from her patio at home with leafy greenery in the background, Jaspreet, a journalist, medium built with short hair, is dressed in black. A banner behind her reads, "Say it with Jaspreet."
What does it mean for a town to prosper? Are we prospering? Good morning and welcome to Say It with Jaspreet. If this is your first time watching this show, this is a place where I, Jaspreet, As a town people, honest and heart-aching question. I want you to say in my face, I want the truth. I know you want it too. Everything appears to be good with our mayor evening, from his new mission to promote inclusion for his enterprise, the best value supermarket with the most amazing specialist doctor he brought in to fight the virus. But are things really as they seem? Let's bring our attention with the supermarket's opening launch. Mayor Evening has introduced a few disabled workers to the crowd, but actually got all their names mixed up. When he spoke about the freedom and respect they enjoy as employees, there was confusion. One foreign worker, an autistic man named Dunway, said he worked 70 hours a week and has not been able to take 1 off day for 3 months. Of course, he longs to visit his aging mother back home, where he tries to express it to the mayor his concern for brush off as a minor oversight. Once more, a wheelchair user named Chue looked very surprised and unprepared as he was being pushed onto the stage to give a speech. Why was he made a new ambassador of the supermarket? Was he willing to, or was he being put onto the spot? Next, a specialist doctor named Dr. Yuki is being brought in to cope with the virus outbreak. Our job is to find the cause and the cure of the virus in the fastest time possible. To most medical researchers specializing in infectious disease, this shouldn't be a problem. However, in the 5 years when they started practicing, they have not managed to achieve any breakthroughs in discovery or development. So why put our health and safety in a care? We even forced to pay a fixed amount of the vaccine tax every month.
Jaspreet takes a sip from her cup.
As you all know, I highly agree with this mayor's policies. Just look at our lives now. Everything is at stake. Now bread and butter, life or death. Who do we trust? If I am your mayor, I will in sincerity and responsibilities, and most of all, transparency. I understand there was a reason why I wasn't being elected for 4 years ago. I believe I can step up and guide this town out of its current crisis. If you let me in this coming election, give me a call. Express your opinions. Whatever matters to you matters to me. Hotline 8828-1926. Say it with desperate.
Day 16. In a hospital quarantine room, Dr. Yuki removes her transparent mask and smiles flirtatiously, fingering her dangling earrings. She wears a white clinical coat, glittery eyeshadow, and bright red lipstick. In an online conference, she speaks and signs.
I understand your panic and anxiety. I promise we are doing our best to develop more tests to find the answer and express your concern. Yes, we might have the first important case of the virus, but we are still doing more tests to confirm the issue. With support from your mayor, I hope to make you discoveries, keep you safe and healthy, and develop a vaccine. You have vision and courage which the others don't have. With no trust, I promise to devote my time and energy to fight this virus. But for you, then for everyone else who needs it. In the meantime, we see your patience. Let's work together to fight this virus in the following ways. 1. Be socially responsible and limit your contact with others. 2. Watch out for any symptoms like a cough, high fever, and loss of smell and appetite. 3. Infected people must show no symptoms at all, so we must conduct routine medical examination to ensure everyone's safety. 4. The virus will find its home in any human body and does not choose a country or race, gender, or age. Most importantly, please continue to support these vaccine tests. This research will take much time, effort, and money. With your support, we will keep this virus situation in control. Thank you once again for putting your trust in me.
She smiles widely and nods, holds her thumbs up and freezes. She stops the recording. She flops into her recliner, removes her earrings, and tosses them onto the table. Lowering her head in exhaustion, she confesses.
I know how much people have been working hard to pay for my medical expenses. I see the tiniest faces. I hear the desperate voices. And every day, I fail to give them the answers. I ask myself if I really can do this. We don't know where the virus starts or how it spreads from person to person. We don't even know if there is a cure. There are so many things we don't know.
She picks up a patient's folder and reads.
Two, Jean Wei, foreign worker, patent on this way to work, health sickness, extreme exhaustion, and lack of nutrition. But now,
She points to her badge bearing an image of Mayor Ivney.
this means if study everyone that Ziwei is the first important case of the virus, and she demands that I agree with him. She wants me to tell everyone that I can find the cause and cure of the virus very soon. But I cannot. I cannot say such thing without medical evidence.
She slams the file on the table and tears off her coat. Pushing her chair against the wall, she slaps her forehead and closes her eyes as if in pain. She notices you and composes herself.
No matter what, I'm still accountable to the townspeople. We will keep touching on him again for antibodies tomorrow. We will keep touching and touching until we find the answers, which everyone wants. Failure is not an option anymore. This will be the one discovery I make if it is the last thing I do.
She lets down her hair, rips off her high heels, and slams them on the table. Day 20. Shi Hui, who works at the Best Value supermarket, removes her uniform and tosses it away. She transfers herself onto her bed from her wheelchair and pushes it away. She looks at herself in the mirror.
Oh my gosh, my day at work sucked. Everyone was just moaning at the increased price of groceries. One uncle picked up a bag of rice, looked at the price tag, and shouted, "Hey, you're a mafia, is it? Huh? Now things are so expensive. As if that is not enough, this middle-aged lady and this secondary school student started arguing right in front of me about whether the lady was wearing her mask properly. And the boy was like, "Auntie, your nose is too big so you cannot cover with your mask, is it?" The lady got so mad, and then they suddenly turned to me and asked me what I thought. I think... You think I'm right and he is wrong, huh? No, I don't. You don't agree with how I was being treated and you will chase him out of the supermarket for me, huh? Thank you so much!
She takes off her glasses.
I just wanted to put the pictures on the shelf.
Slowly, she begins to remove layers of makeup from her face.
Okay, calm down, Xu Hui. Conflicts happen every day. And as the new ambassador, it is your job to keep up the good name of the Best Value supermarket. Next time this happens, you won't wait for your manager to come and save you. You will smile and deal with the situation head on. Just follow what the mayor, my supermarket big boss, taught me. When in doubt, smile. When facing troubles, smile. When life gets tough, smile. So I will, and I won't let the mayor down. It's a trying time. And the fact that I'm given this golden opportunity, I'm so lucky and I'm so relieved. I don't even have to worry about the monthly vaccine tax. I have enough and more than enough for once in my life. I know I probably only got the job because I'm a wheelchair user and I fit the mayor's inclusive campaign. But who cares? I can finally pay my bills and not borrow money from anyone.
She swipes at her lips, leaving behind red stains. She drops her act.
Exactly. My life is so sad.
She grabs her pillow and throws her head onto it.
I used to have many dreams when I was younger. I wanted to be a singer, a dancer, and an actor. I promised my best friend Claire that I would chase those dreams no matter what cards life dealt me with. Just you wait, I used to say. One day, you'll be lining up to get my autograph. Where has all my spunk gone?
She picks up a framed photo, bringing to mind a collage of happy memories, adventures from their younger days. She gets up, looks into the mirror, pulls her hair into a high ponytail, mirroring those rebellious younger days.
Such a beautiful fantasy.
She releases her hair.
Anyway, a few days ago, Junwei, my foreign worker colleague, was sent to the quarantine center. I saw how hard he worked to send money back to his mother, how cheerful he stayed despite how others discriminate him and throw him the most unpleasant task. Now, none of us know what will happen to him. It's scary how life can change so suddenly. But perhaps this should be the reason I chase for my dreams. Not now, but perhaps. Oops. When faced with a tough decision, smile.
Day 31. In a chaotic montage of time passing inside a hospital quarantine room, Junwei, in a blue-striped hospital gown and dark circles under his eyes, is the first suspected imported case of the virus. Isolated for only a day, he believes it's been a month. 2 a.m.
2, 1, go. Hey, hello, don't mind me. I'm just in a killing time. Yours say I'm dirty, saying that I bring a bad virus to your town. Hey, no lah, never, okay? But my mom always advised me to stay positive, so I'm thinking about the rainbow.
He draws a rainbow in the air,
Flower?
then brings his finger to his lips, repeating the gesture.
Eh, shouldn't it be?
He draws an inverted rainbow like a smile.
Ah, smiling feels better.
10:06 a.m.
I still don't know why am I been here for so long. It's been 1 month already sitting here. Nothing to do, nothing to look. But luckily I still have 60% pay off salary. Yay! Thank you, Mayor, for this.
4:35 a.m. 4:35 p.m.
1, go. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of, you wonder I could fly.
6:21 a.m.
2 hours ago, someone called Kelvin come in. They call him the first locally transmitted case. Oh wow, it sounds as good as me, the first imported case. And we both are suspect, means that we are not confirmed yet. So yeah, please don't be so scared, yay!
7:53 p.m. 9:48 p.m.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dream that you dream of, you wonder in the lullaby.
8:15 a.m.
Oh wow, Kelvin is staying in the other room right now. He looked confused. The Dr. Yuki says that I could still be friends with him. Me and him can sit here. Nothing to do, nothing to look. Oh yeah, together! Yay! Yes!
11:33 p.m.
So I know that I'm a foreigner. So you all don't trust me? I've been trying my best to work bloody hard over here, but yet you all still treated me as a disease. So I must tell you that the virus doesn't come from any country or nationality. Neither not yours or not mine, but maybe it is a test of humanity.
Day 32.
Virus! I am Don Joy Leong. I am your main news anchor. I have blonde hair. I wear red blink blink spectacle. And I am in black. And pink Hello Kitty slipper with colorful flowers. Yesterday night, another person was brought into the hospital quarantine center. He is suspected to be the first locally transmitted case of the virus. 27-year-old wheelchair user Kelvin was up on his food delivery run when his body suddenly collapsed. Witnesses say he had been coughing and appeared lethargic. As we await more updates and confirmation from our esteemed medical team, our mayor continues to work tirelessly to support us through this alarming time. Thank you, Mayor Evening. Okay, moving forward, starting this week, our town will enter full lockdown. School will activate home-based learning protocol and only essential businesses are allowed to operate at 25% of its manpower while observing safe distancing measures and sanitary practices. Dine-in at food outlet suspended and citizens can only leave their home for essential. All home visitation are prohibited. We have 2 suspected cases now. So let's do our part and cooperate with this new measure for the safety of our town. The mayor cares. He does what's best and nothing less. We know who to vote for in the coming election, don't we?
Day 37. Grace approaches, dressed in a navy blue and white uniform. She uses sign language. I'll be voicing for her. She removes her mask. You ask me why be a safe distancing officer? So boring and always being scolded. But I earn more than you know. This is one of the best paid jobs in the market now, and people don't listen to words. Action is better. So my way of communicating is very effective. I can just be myself. Okay, not everyone is cooperative. They look at me strangely and call me stupid. Some even dare to pretend not to understand me. Well, I don't understand them either. I see people walking around in very strange masks, just casually walking down the street. She leaves the room. She returns wearing a Venetian mask. She stares at you. She removes the mask and drops it to the floor, incredulous. She leaves the room again. This time coming back with a clown mask. She looks at you. She clenches her fist in annoyance, then takes it off and dumps it on the floor. She leaves the room, then returns with red goggles on, looking like a bug. She looks at you. clenches her fist. Throws the goggles to the ground. Face palms. And leaves the room. Next, she returns with a beauty facial mask. Walking flirtatiously, she approaches you, flips her hair and poses. She drops her pose, points to her beauty mask, peels it off, condemns it, and drops it, and gesticulates. Why can't you think? Fed up, she leaves the room. She returns wearing a paper bag with cutouts for her eyes and mouth. She waves to you and pauses. Then takes it off, throws it onto the floor, and gestures. Why? 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 Even more fed up, she leaves the room. Finally, wearing a blue surgical mask, she walks towards you proudly with 2 thumbs up, demonstrating the best mask. She pulls her mask and signs, "Can you all please be more serious? I don't want to keep nagging at you. I can't go around checking that you're all wearing proper surgical masks. This is a very risky time. Be more responsible, especially if your job requires you to be in close contact with many people. Remember Kelvin, the delivery man? He must have worn one of those stupid masks, or his mask was wet from perspiration and was not protecting him well enough. Because of his oversight, he became a health hazard to everyone." I don't mean to be cruel, but I think the mayor did the right thing by keeping him in quarantine. In fact, they should have kept him in longer. This is a warning and constant reminder to everyone, don't disobey the rules. Surgical mask up. She puts her mask back on. Day 42. In a kitchen with food remains scattered all over, Wai Yi, the mother of Kelvin, the delivery man, is dressed in red. She's blind to her environment. She lifts the lid of the frying pan, sniffs it, and covers it.
I kept telling you to take a break.
She slaps the pan.
Now look what happened.
Her mucus dribbles.
Your exhaustion has landed you in hospital.
She flings away the disposable tray.
First locally transmitted case. Nonsense. You don't have the virus. You fell ill and fainted because you're working 12 hours a week.
She slams the lid.
Even in the rain. Delivering food on an empty stomach. To earn money. To support me. It's all my fault. Kelvin, I'm so sorry to be your burden. Are you doing all right?
She falls onto the floor.
Are you eating well? Are you sleeping okay? When will you come home?
She looks into a mess of filth, dust, dirt, and clutter of objects. She crumbles, cross-legged, in misery.
The lockdown has been suffocating for everyone. But at least we are not being held in a cold room in isolation 24/7. And yet, I feel the same loneliness too. My son, I feel so useless without you. I turn on the stove and forget all about it until I smell something burning. Then the cleaning is a nightmare. Then of course, my back will start to hurt. And I leave the mess for tomorrow and just forget all about it. I have to admit, I'm getting old.
She finds strength and stands up.
I've also tried calling the mayor's office many times over the last 2 weeks. They tell me that he's either off-site or busy running his campaign. I think he's trying to avoid me, playing a delay tactic. Why?
She slams on the lid.
Because they still haven't found the cause of the virus or the supposed vaccine. The hospital cannot prove that Kelvin is infected, nor can they release him due to public paranoia. This is unacceptable. But what else can I do?
Finally, she puts the lid back onto the pan and she puts her hands together in prayer.
Kelvin, please come home soon.
She sings to herself.
You have been my guide.
With every search through the cabinets and the fridge, she finds loneliness, hunger, poverty, loss, and her spirit dampens, her knees weaken. The camera pulls back to reveal 2 rows of bright red clothes hanging from the ceiling against a bare and run-down kitchen. With jerky movements, Claire sets a camera into position. Claire invites you to listen to her tragic tale as she moves backwards.
Since the day that he was born, lived another
She turns around and helps Yi to stand on her feet.
He makes me laugh.
Arms lifting, they find hope.
Fills my heart. He makes my day. He fills my day. Oh, please be well and come.
They search for the pan
to
and the
take my
lid.
hand and lead me to you. The path ahead might be unclear, my dear son. I'll be
They look towards the window.
waiting for you, waiting for you.
They strive towards the red clothes, twirling and swirling the laundry.
Inside I wish you'll see, but you can
Claire leads Yi to look to the window, reaching out for Kelvin's homecoming.
or take my hand and lead me to my dear son. I'll be right here waiting for you.
Still holding hands, they find solace in each other.
Claire, it is too risky for you to come visit me every day. We are still in a lockdown.
Don't worry, Auntie. I'll keep doing this until he comes back, okay?
What else can we do?
I'll write a petition, starting with my students and their parents, then my school colleagues. I'll go from door to door to our neighbours, and finally, I will call Jaspreet. We are all in the same predicament, and whoever believes in freedom and truth will sign up and join our mission.
Lose your job, Claire. This is not right.
Just wait for my good news.
Day 45. In the office, Mayor Ivney, with brown highlighted hair, is dressed in a black suit. He has only peripheral vision and does not clearly see what is in front of him.
Why now? Of all times, why now? We were in the middle of our expansion plan. More budget, more investment, more possibilities for everyone. And now, all put on hold. What am I going to tell the people? 4 years of serving this town, and the people aren't going to trust me anymore. Because the truth is, I don't have it under control. I pretend like I do, because that's what people expect of me. But they forget, I'm human too. I make mistakes. I get lost. I do things I never really meant to do. I don't want to lie to people. I don't want to make use of Timothy, my adopted son, to create fake news and paranoia about a virus threatening our town. But the truth is, fear is our biggest weakness. The virus could be real and serious. It could also be unreal and trivial. It all depends on perceptions and how I sell it, right? Both are damning choices. But which one can advance our town in the end?
The camera zooms out, revealing the townspeople in their respective worlds in a flurry of actions.
This town is so small, so unremarkable. I grew up with these people, earnest and simple people. But not everyone is enterprising and visionary. And it's fine, because that's why I exist.
He stands up.
I know I can lead them forward. In the past, there were many policies I wanted to push for, but convincing the majority was hard. We are too different from each other, and we are mostly divided. That limits us. So I thought, if I could create a common enemy for the people to unite against, we could be unlimited. Imagine the amount of reserve fund that we could accumulate in the name of developing a vaccine. Even if the virus dies down, or if some other town succeed in inventing a vaccine or a cure first, our town will still have the big reserve fund. We can build better roads, safer housing, a new school, an air-conditioned shopping mall, or even an exciting theme park.
He rips off his wig in excitement.
We will be a progressive town and no longer be the rundown and backward ghetto which our neighbours are always laughing at.
Unaware that he has revealed his bald head, his bodyguard enters and whispers into his ears. He sits down in panic. His bodyguard settles the wig in place and exits.
So, I make the choice. I spread fear. I sold the need for a vaccine. Look how they panic and obey rules. They work harder than ever towards the hope of a vaccine to protect themselves. And to make myself more credible. I needed someone to always be by my side, to talk about the scientific stuffs and make things believable. So, I brought in Dr. Yuki. She's young and inexperienced, but she has passion. Most importantly, she wouldn't be smart enough to figure things out. I'm so glad she cooperated when I insisted that the 2 suspected cases must be kept in quarantine. I need to sustain fear so I could appear as the hero. But damn, the people are still suspicious. They want concrete evidence and explanations that we don't have. This journalist, Jasprit, and recently this preschool teacher, Claire, both of them are troublemakers. But most still listen. They still listen to me.
He bows down his head and rubs his forehead vigorously. He lifts his head.
I have to carry on with my act. If the people know that I failed them, I would have to step down as mayor.
He touches a photo of his adopted son.
My son and I will have to step down. We have to leave town. No one will trust us. No one! I would have worked so hard to end up being a nobody.
He holds up an election flag.
This election is in 2 weeks, and I must have my landslide victory!
Day 46.
Hello everyone, I'm Don Joy Leong. I am your main news anchor. Oh, I have purple hair. I wear pink flower spectacles. I am in black, and pink Hello Kitty slippers with colorful flowers. As we enter the 3rd month since the virus outbreak, we are receiving reports of infection rates and cases of death reaching alarming levels in the neighboring towns. Meanwhile, on local news, in lieu of the full lockdown, more retail and entertainment businesses have been closed temporarily. With the rise of unemployment rates, the mayor hopes to provide some relief to any low-income or struggling individuals. He is giving out $10 supermarket vouchers. They will be sent to your homes directly by the end of this month. It has been a month since the first suspected imported case and 2 weeks since the first suspected locally transmitted case. Both 25-year-old Junwei and 27-year-old Kelvin are being held at the quarantine center in the hospital for testing and research. While we await a diagnosis, community care centers have reached out to show their support to these 2 young men and their families. No one asked for this to happen, and we will continue to stay strong together. To Jinwei and Kelvin, here's a community song for you.
Face together. Face
Sama-sama maju ke hadapan, pandang cari pengajaran, jaga diri dalam kesihatan, serta sopan santun dengan kawan-kawan, dengan hati bersih serta suci, sama-sama hormat dan berbudi. jaga tingkah pemuda-pemudi ada budaya junjung tinggi terpelalakan cita-cita pemudi-pemuda supaya kita ada harga di mata dunia. Face together, oh face together, we are with you to keep you warm. Face together, oh face together, we are with you, we will keep you warm.
Kalau kita lengah serta lupa, hidup kita sia-sia.
Jiwa besar, sihat serta serga, rajin dengan sabar, tentu bahagia.
Lemah lembut gerakan pemudi, cerdas tangkas wataknya pemuda.
Sukarela selalu berbakti, sikap yang pembela dan berjasa.
Capai nama yang mulia, pemudi-pemuda. Rajinlah supaya berjaya, semoga bahagia.
Cobalah lekas cita-cita pemuda supaya kita ada di mata dunia.
Rajinlah supaya berjaya, semoga
Day 60. In a mocked-up isolation room, Kelvin, a wheelchair user, is fed up with his consent form. He flips it away. Claire and Timothy watch in the background.
Again with the tests. As if I have a choice. Why don't they just shoot me, cut my body into pieces, and test everything at once since I'm clearly just a petri dish? I feel like I'm talking to a wall. For 2 weeks already, the doctor keeps telling us that she found nothing. Every day, the same thing. No antibodies, no antibodies. So what more is she looking for? Yes, I get it. It is important to research and create a vaccine. It is important and even necessary to keep us away in quarantine from the general public, if we were really infected. But if our incessant tests keep revealing that we don't have these antibodies fighting or killing this stupid virus, then neither Jingwei or I have this stupid virus. We are just prisoners for nothing. Ever since this virus outbreak, all our lives have been thrown into chaos. For me, all weddings and private functions have been banned. All busking and art activities were prohibited. I lost all my singing gigs and any chances of performing for an income. But we all have to adapt and survive somehow, right? Doing food delivery is really tough. The tight turnaround time, the harsh weather, lack of sleep. The customer complains. But at least I got to move around freely during a full lockdown, right? And I got to observe all our townspeople. And I could see that we were all working so hard just for the money to tide us through these difficult times. The increased prices at the best value supermarket, rent, and now the vaccine tax? It's constantly niggling away at the back of our minds. What if, when the time comes, we can't pay up? Can't life be simple again? When I could spend more time with my mum. When I even had time to do voluntary gigs at the old folks' home with Claire. We saw smiling faces and heard the genuine laughter. I miss singing with her. I know that she cares for me, but I can't promise her anything. Not right now. I don't know if I'll ever be able to, but my mum will always be my priority, and I have neglected her.
On his phone, he swipes through photos of himself and his mum, Yi, spending good times together.
Sometimes I wonder why time flies, why things happen when they do, why things happen to mock life, nightmares of day and night.
Sometimes I wonder why time flies, when time would come to an end. In the blink of an eye tonight, how would God give me more time with you? With you.
He keeps his phone. With determination, he moves towards you.
No more repeated tests. No more needles and rubber gloves. No more paranoia. Let me go.
Day 63. In his bedroom, Timothy, the mayor's adopted son with Down syndrome, wears black-rimmed glasses. He's scrolling through news articles on his laptop. He closes it.
You know, when I first agreed to help my dad to create fake news about the virus, he hugged me and told me he loved me for the first time. So I did everything I could to help him. He wanted to make people feel more helpless and scared. He wanted to make people believe in the vaccine that he wanted me to create more and more fake news, and so I did. I want him to succeed in his campaign and win the election again. Because he adopted me when no one else would. I was very young, and he was my hero.
He stands up and brings the chair forward. He sits down and faces you.
But no, people don't trust him anymore. Their lives, my friends' lives, have been torn apart. The townspeople are suffering. They want to sue, but I cannot tell them, or it will be the worst kind of betrayal to my father. What should I do?
He pulls back the chair and presses a button on a Bluetooth speaker. He begins to dance. At first, in gentle and flowing movements. He reaches for his father, embracing the memories they shared. His strings are released and he flops over. As a puppet being manipulated, he's pulled up again to move in gentle and flowing movements. His strings are released and he flops over. He's pulled up again to move in gentle and flowing movements. Suddenly, with sharp movements, he begins to struggle within a tangled web of emotions. His strings are released and he flops over. Helplessly, he tries to push against his oppressor. His strings are released and he flops over. Heavily, he staggers back towards his chair. Slumping against the chair, he recovers.
Yesterday, my father fired Teacher Claire from the preschool. Dad, why do you do that? Why? You should know better. I don't.
He takes off his glasses. Puts them back on.
But Dad, I do remember when I was younger, Teacher Claire loved to tell us stories.
Claire is putting shimmer on her cheeks.
They were always about selfless people, and they all have something in common: courage.
Claire is putting more shimmer on her cheeks. Timothy runs towards you.
That you refuse to listen to me now. You are so lost in your search for power that you have sunk deeper and deeper. You have become a stranger and a liar.
Claire is still shimmering.
Tomorrow, I will follow you to the hospital. When you make your public speech to thank the frontline workers and to announce another extended lockdown, I will use the chance to get near Dr. Yuki and tell her the truth. This will be my only chance to make things right.
He removes his loyalty badge bearing the image of his father.
I know this will hurt you, Dad. I am sorry.
He comes forward and switches off the camera. Day 68. In a green screen studio, Claire, a guest speaker on Say It with Jaspreet, wears a black jacket. She has tunnel vision and sees things through a kaleidoscope, which could be everything, but also nothing. All other actors are watching from both sides, with furniture props and costumes used in previous scenes.
Hi everyone, and welcome to See with Jaspreet. Today I invited my comrade Claire to speak with us. So, how has it been this last week? Being sacked from work, some by the public, and perceived as a social nuisance. It must be taken a huge toll on you.
It's been...
Struggling to find words, she puts down the microphone and faces you.
Once upon a time, there was a girl who loved music so much. She sang everywhere she went. She wanted to be a singer. But it wasn't meant to be. She became a preschool English teacher instead. And she learned to love teaching those kids. Before long, she was offered the chance to be the senior teacher. But it wasn't meant to be. The girl also loved a boy.
Claire reaches for the top of her ponytail and touches her pink scrunchie, remembering. Tenderly, she slides her hand down her neck to her chest.
But it wasn't meant to be. It was fear. The fear of wanting more and losing everything. It kept her from chasing her dreams. It kept her from challenging herself beyond the everyday. It kept her from loving. Fear trapped her. And for a long time, she numbed herself. But then, a virus broke out in the region. Fear seeped into her town. And life just changed. Like that. So suddenly. So uncaringly. People aren't smiling anymore. We look at one another with suspicion and caution in our eyes, avoiding contact, socially distancing. What have we become? Empty, cold, void, aimless, weakening, withering, wasting away, meaningless, frosted garbage. And for what? This isn't the town I grew up in. Even though I grew up as an orphan, there was never lack of warmth to go around. When I was lonely, I would go out to the playground and it'd be like a big family gathering. I am sorry. I never meant to cause any hurt to anyone. I don't want to disrupt the peace of this town. But I think we deserve to know the truth.
She takes the pink scrunchie from her hair. She feels its soft, lacy texture, clutching tightly, yet gently.
Kelvin has been in the quarantine center for 2 weeks, with no way of contacting me or Auntie YE. There hasn't been any news of his condition, and no follow-up arrangements has been made by the hospital. I can't sit here and watch as the boy I love be isolated for reasons unknown. I have always gone with the flow, But now, I will take charge. I will get him back. And more importantly, I will get my town back.
Filled with resolve, she ties her hair back up.
Fear once trapped me. And I still don't know what's going to happen outside the supermarket tomorrow. But courage may free more than just me.
The camera reveals the audience admiring and cheering for Claire. In his own world, Mayor Ivney senses trouble is brewing. He rubs his forehead vigorously. Day 69.
Hello everyone, I'm Dawn Joy Leong. I am your main news anchor. I have blue curly hair. I wear white spectacles with diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. And I am in black, black, black. And pink Hello Kitty slippers with colourful flowers. Since the crack of dawn, a large crowd has started to gather outside the Best Value supermarket. Most of them are not wearing masks or abiding by safe distancing measures, demanding transparency and truth from the mayor. They get increasingly louder and louder. In this full lockdown, the breach of conduct is surprising, especially since the procession seems to be led by opposition candidate Jaspreet and former preschool teacher Claire. However, the mayor will have it all under control. The authorities will see to it that everyone involved is dealt the appropriate punishment and no further destruction comes to our peaceful and humble town. As the elections draw near, it is clear who we should vote for.
Day 69. In this scene, I'm appearing as myself, Dawn, in a black box stage space.
In front of the green screen that symbolizes the Best Value supermarket, we see a lane on the stage floor with white ropes on both sides. Tension is rising in the air. Claire is on her mobile phone, calling someone repeatedly, but to no avail. Shi Hui enters and is taken aback when she sees Claire.
What are you doing here?
I texted you, but you did not reply.
No, you shouldn't be here. I thought you would have learned your lesson after you got fired at work.
Listen to me. I'm here because you are my friend, and we need to demand that the mayor shows his face.
No, Claire, please, not here.
I just need you to keep the doors of the supermarket shut. We will gain more attention, and no one inside will get hurt if the crowd becomes too rowdy.
We hear a protest chant growing in volume, repeating, "No more value, no more value." Shi Hui faces the advancing crowd.
Oh my goodness. What have you done?
Don't worry. These are my supporters. Jaspreet is rallying them.
No, Claire, please. I don't want to get into trouble. Just yesterday, I got promoted to be a store supervisor. I'm having a pay raise. I can't just gamble it all away for nothing.
You know that is just another PR strategy of the mayor's, right?
It doesn't matter, Claire. I cannot afford to be jobless again.
You were always the person telling me to do something. Nothing is going to change if we don't act right now.
Well, but this is not what I meant. Claire, I've always been with you to chase your dreams. But being a rioter or a protester is not me.
I am not a coward, but you have become one. Remember what we sang together?
what's right, be by your side. To finish this fight, there's just too much on the line. There's just too much on the line. Enough, get up. It's time for truth to come out. Make gold from dust. Hold on to stars. Take the cards we've been dealt. Toss the ones we don't want. There's too much on the line for me to lose this fight.
Shi Hui looks at Claire, speechless. Jaspreet enters with a placard. People enter the scene with placards saying, truth, lies, answers, where, home.
Claire, our supporters are waiting.
Shi Hui turns away and leaves. Claire faces the protesters.
No more value! No more value! No more value!
Everyone, quiet down. Let me speak.
Let her speak.
Let her speak!
We are here today, not to fight, not to find faults, and not to find trouble. We just want answers from the mayor himself.
Yes.
Yes!
Why are two good men being detained for no reason? Why are we so afraid? Is the virus real? If it is, why has it been months since we heard any developments? We want answers now!
Yes.
Yes!
Supermarket grocery prices are hiking up. Employment conditions are going downhill and taxes are increasing. Where's our money going to? What are we paying for? What is this vaccine?
No more value.
No more value!
We want answers now. The mayor needs to face us. I know he can hear us. He knows we are here. Raise your voices!
We want answers. We want answers.
We want answers! We want answers! We want answers!
Hua Yi enters with her white cane.
Claire, where are you?
Jaspreet brings Hua Yi to Claire. They hold hands.
Auntie, tell them what you came to say.
My son Calvin has been indefinitely locked up in the hospital quarantine center. Why? They tell me that he's not sick, but he cannot go home. They say that he's just been detained for our public health and safety. But it's been weeks since anybody fell ill. Do we even have a virus? I just want my son to come home.
Bring them home! 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 You see, Auntie, so many people are supporting us. We will get Calvin back today. We just have to keep pressing on. Don't give up. Sing your song. Let your voice be heard.
Shi Hui enters and approaches Claire.
Claire, please! The mayor and his people are here. They will arrest you for causing a public disturbance during a full lockdown. Ask these people to go home. Just go home and be patient.
Xu Hui, stop being so blind. The mayor is not your friend. Step up for once in your life, please.
Hua Yi decides to sing her song of camaraderie. Claire joins her.
You are my light, the pulp that shines. This is the day you come home safe. Please be strong and come home soon, and the truth will come when you do. My dear son, do you hear this? My dear son, do you see this?
to break up the crowd. She signs, break it up. Move back. Wear your mask properly. Sit down and be quiet.
No! Where's the mayor? We are tired of living in fear.
She signs, shut up. Stop before I arrest you.
Arrest us! Go on, do it then! In fact, say that I'm sick. Put me in quarantine so that I can get to see my Kevin!
The officer tries to mask up Yi. Jasprit slams the placard on her. She grabs Yi's support cane. Claire helps to resist her but was pushed to the floor. She gets up and incites everyone to pull out the white stool on the floor, symbolizing control and oppression. Shi Hui keeps asking everyone to stop. Chaos ensues. Finally, Mayor Ivni enters.
Everybody, calm down, please. Listen to me. Listen, please. I know many of you are upset with the extended lockdown. Not happy that you are paying so much and don't see anything yet. I know. But we are in the middle of a battle right now against an enemy that we cannot see. We need to be patient.
Patient? Patient? Where is my son? Give me back my son!
Your son is safe for now, but it is best that he stay with us. We have to put everyone's safety above one individual. Dr. Yuki is here. Even if you don't believe me, at least you know you can believe her.
Dr. Yuki enters and surveys the crowd.
Today, I am finally coming out of the hospital for the center for the first time to face on you in person. I confess it has been a lonely and hard journey for me. As a doctor, I did not know if this situation and the protection to shield me, you, and everyone here. And so the two patients were kept away from everyone here. But you deserve to hear the truth from me. What the mayor say is true.
Yes, that is why I decided that we must go into an extended lockdown.
But we also have the cure.
Huh? What? Wait, why didn't you say so earlier?
Dr. Yuki ignores him.
If best, the virus is right in front of you. Right here.
What? What do you mean?
We are all gonna die here?
What's the cure?
Calm down, everybody. I don't think she really means.
Dr. Yuki signals Timothy, Kelvin, and Junwei to enter.
I am sorry, Dad, but I had to do the right thing.
Ma, Claire. Oh, Claire, I knew you would get me out of there. Ma, are you okay?
Ivni confronts Yuki.
What is this? Do you know what you have done? Everyone is exposed to the virus now.
Jasprit points at Ivni.
No one's gonna expose Mayor except maybe you.
You!
Ivni signals to the officer.
Arrest her!
Yuki challenges Ivni.
There is no virus, mayor. Confess it. You lie to the people. You used me to apologize. I was confused. Why you keep pushing for me to fight the virus? You were so sure the town was infected. So I believe in you. I wanted to help you to protect your people. But that day, you came to the hospital to announce about a center lockdown. Your son pulled me to one side and confessed to me. Then I realized you were lying on this wall. Then I decided to make a phone call.
Jasprit raises her hand.
To me? Then, with Claire, we'll rally the people for today's protest.
And as planned this morning, I prepared the release bomb for Healthy and Shiwei. Your son came, intimidated your citizens and scientists. No one at the hospital security suspected anything.
How dare you! I gave you a job. I gave you a chance. One you clearly don't deserve. You can't prove that the virus is real. So now you lie that the virus is fake.
Kelvin and Junwei confront Ivni.
Hey, no, you have just made us into your scapegoat.
We have been fine for weeks. You lied to us. You stole from us our money and our trust.
Give it up, Mayor. Your lies have been exposed. Step down or we'll force you to.
Step down? Never! I'll arrest all of you! You! You!
The officer approaches Ivni. She signs, "Sit down, Mayor, now!" She rips off the wig from his head. Feeling guilty, the bodyguard exits.
Now!
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 Ifni resigns to his fate. He kneels in shame, all fingers pointing at him. Looking at each other, everyone begins to reflect. You, me, apart, together, between miles, miles, closer, closer, hearts, not space, not time, a connection stronger in spirit, with space, with time, we face together.
Our stories draw to a close. Inside all our hearts, a question. The politician and the virus were symptoms of deeper problems. Ignorance, fear, power, and greed. Is there a cure for these?
We look at you. We step out of our characters. Or do we? We take our bow. Or should we? Facing the green screen in the black box space, we see it being lowered and flattened, dismantling the fictional constructs. Fade to black. Credits.
Hearts have missed it. There's no one to blame. Twisted tales caught human lives. Holds the simple truth we find no black or white. Hearts have been stained, a shell of fading pain. Broken souls will grasp for light.
Hearts have been scarred, a shell of flickering hope. Weaves a path out of the night.
We've been here before. Too much time we've lost.
No point looking,
No point hiding like we faced before. No point holding, no point fleeing. We've been here before. We will be strong enough, brave enough,
more than before. Hearts have been shared, move forward or fled. Broken souls breathing in light.
takes hold of both day and night. Have been scarred, but as the wounds are friend, being there
be strong enough, brave enough, more than before. Hearts have been shared,
attest the woes of friend.
being there, just being